Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are grateful to God for opportunity just to touch bases with you. Pray all is well with you on this beautiful Saturday morning. Just wanted to hit you with some stuff real quick, real quick. Um, thank those who participated in revival, those who were there and in the physical sanctuary, as well as those who are in um, the virtual sanctuary. We appreciate your presence, your participation. Pastor Allen brought an awesome word, and so we are grateful. So we have closed out the month of October, and we've closed out our revival for this season. So I pray you are blessed. I pray that you were blessed by our time of revival this year. Our time of revival this year. Um, in that, I've received a couple of calls, so I just want to, I guess, reassure everyone that we are addressing the sound challenges that we have been facing. Um, we're working on them. We're grateful for Brother Claude stepping up. He does not has hadn't previously done sound, so it is a learning process for him. And so I'm grateful. We're grateful for his willingness to step up. So we just got to get a couple of wrinkles ironed out of the system, and we're bringing in folk to help us do just that. So we ask that you would continue to be patient. We do understand. I do appreciate your calls, your feedback, but know that we are working on it. We are working on it to make it right. Okay. So I just wanted to pass that on. Um, Listen, I'm sending this out early because today is the final day for early voting. So I'm sending it early to make sure if you have not voted that you once you get this, if you want to early vote, you want to vote early rather, if you want to vote early, um, you'll have time to go do that. You'll have time to go do that. And so again, today is the final day of early voting. If you don't vote today, you're going to have to wait till election day on Tuesday. And Lord only knows what that's going to look like. So again, I want to remind you of that. I want to remind you to continue to pray for this election process, pray for our country. We are at a devastating divide in this country. And I believe the Lord ain't told me nothing. Okay, so I'm not sitting here saying the Lord told me. I believe um, whoever wins, it will be a couple of weeks before we know. Because if you think about it, man, every race is practically neck and neck. Every race is practically neck and neck as it's projected. And so I don't think we're going to have the incident like we had when Hillary ran. I think things are going to fall out pretty close to as they are being projected. And if that is the case, it's going to be a whole lot of vote counting going on. So y'all just be in prayer, whole process, um, country, just everything involved with that, right? Um, Also, we gain an hour. We gain an hour tonight. Clocks fall back 1 hour. So you get an extra hour of sleep or either an extra hour of working. Um, but clocks roll back 1 hour, 1 hour, right? Sunday morning, tomorrow morning, of course, 9:45, we're going to do testimony service. And what we're going to do on tomorrow is we're going to honor our senior choir, as they don't do an anniversary and don't really want to do an anniversary, but they do want to do have some kind of recognition for the choir and some members of the choir. And so we're going to honor them. So please, ma'am, please, sir, let's be there early. We have 9:45 testimony service. 10 o'clock, we are going to go into worship and following our call to worship, the choir is going to march in, and there'll be time for them to share And so we're just gonna celebrate them. Gonna celebrate them, and then we'll um, have a word, and we will share in communion. So come on and let's bless them and encourage them and appreciate them. All right. I think that is about it. That's all I have on my list. Again, I am grateful for an awesome week. I'm grateful that God continues to bless us and to keep us. Just remember to continue to pray. We were praying, focusing on those issues that we might have in our lives, and whatever you're praying about, continue to lift that through the end of the year. I know God has moved in some areas of my praying, and I believe that's probably the case with all of us, really. If we were sincerely participating, I believe God has shown us some things in the areas that we have continuously lifted. So we want to close out the year in that stead and just continue to lift them. Just continue to lift them. Make sure one of the things that we're lifting is the sick among us, those who are dealing with health challenges, those who are dealing with chronic illness, those who have had surgeries and are recovering, and that kind of thing. Just continue to cover our church family and our community family, um, because the effectual, fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much, right? So we've got power in prayer. We've got power in prayer. And prayer is probably the most potent weapon that the Christian has in their arsenal. Because of that, we need to learn to use it well. It's not something to be used when we have a I want list. It's not something to be used only when we're in trouble. It's not something to be used in terms of getting back or getting at somebody, but it's something to be used that allows us to communicate with the Lord and allows us to spend time in dialogue with Him. And so I'm about to quit because I'm getting into some sermons. We're going to be doing a series on prayer. And so prayer is going to be heavy for 25. Prayer is going to be heavy for 25. Um, and yeah, so yeah. All right. I've held you long enough. If you haven't voted, get out there and make it happen. You probably don't want to wait till Tuesday because the lines are going to be long. Lines are going to be long. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow morning. All right. Have a great day. We love you. Bye bye.